Just about set to go now. And the pitcher for this one, Matthew Boyd. And Singy, he likes pitching at home.
Well, truly for him, there is no place like home. When pitching at home this year, to go out and dominate just as he has. The fans expect it, and I think everyone around here knows that he's a good pitcher. Even though we don't see the same splits on the road, we're going to start to see that translate as well.
Stephen Kwan, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one. The lefty, the 1-0. And that is out of play. Line drive, and that's base hit out into left center field. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Now, David Fry. Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. And a swing and a miss there.
Wow, no fair right there. I mean, that slider didn't move till the very last moment. Incredibly difficult to pick that up. Just kind of have to tip your cap on that pitch.
Next pitch is outside. Runner at first with no outs here. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Pulled the string on the changeup.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way. So credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
Now it's Jose Ramirez. Another solid power season. First pitch doesn't find it. And that one off the outside edge.
2-0.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. They get it in quickly. So first and second now, one out.
But when you fall behind in the count, you've got to come into the zone, and then guys have a better chance of hitting the ball hard like he did right there.
And now it's the switch hitter, Carlos Santana. Good defender. He's been inconsistent offensively. Top of the zone for a called strike.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot. Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
The 0-2. Gets a piece and stays alive. Foul ball, still 0-2.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Good job to fight that one off. Runners at first and second with one gone. Just misses. And a count 1-2.
That's one you always want as a pitcher. Down at the knees, and it looks to me like he's barking, that's a strike. Doesn't change the call, but sometimes it helps to let that frustration out a little bit.
The pitch. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Ninth pitch of the at-bat due next. Fastball is outside. And now 2-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Two on, one out. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. That just misses. And a full count now.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Just couldn't catch up on the low 90s fastball right there. And that's a result of a good job of changing speeds. Off-speed pitch on the one before, then sped him up. Pitchers that don't throw real hard have to rely on location and mixing up the speeds. That wasn't the best location with the fastball, but clearly that wasn't the pitch he was looking for at the plate either.
Here comes Lane Thomas. Hit in the air, center field. Crow Armstrong snags it, and that is that. Guardians strand a couple, and now it'll be the Cubs' turn in a scoreless ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. Back here with my pal Singy and today's starting pitcher, Gavin Williams. And Chris, pitching on the road has not been particularly kind to him.
Yeah, and you don't want to be too quick to say that he can't pitch on the road. Sometimes, you know, it's just a matter of luck. It's not having a feel. Difference between the bullpen mound to the mound out there on the playing field. Don't know what it is, but I know this. He's got good enough stuff to overcome and get it done on the road as well as at home. So we'll see what he's able to do in this one.
And a foul ball. Here's a 1-1. That one ripped. And it gets by him. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he'll pull into second safely.
All over that one right there. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Kyle Tucker, the next Cub to hit. That's a little bit low. The Cubs could really use a win here in the thick of the postseason hunt.
Yeah, and the clubhouse mood swings a little more with each game down the stretch, Boog. Win this one, and they'll be feeling pretty good. Lose it, and maybe some anxiety starts to set in.
Out towards right center. That's well struck. Tattooed and gone. He circles the bases. His 18th home run of the season. It's 2-0.
versus power right there, like two locomotives colliding. Who's going to win? But a really good job there by the hitter, getting the top hand working. Powers that fastball out of here.
And now the right fielder, Seiya Suzuki. That one close, ruled the ball. And it's 1-0.
Part of the order coming through now, and with one home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
The 1-0. And that one fouled off. There's a swing and a drive. That's a hit.
Stringing them together, that's 3 hits in a row. Really good swing right there. You got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Over to first, and he saved. At the plate, Pete Crow Armstrong just missed. Singy, maybe some nerves getting the best of him in the first?
Well, it's hard to know exactly if it's nerves or not, but he just doesn't have it right now. Those hitters on the other side, they're going to say it's nerves and use that as a competitive edge to try to jump on him even more.
And that drops in for a strike. Inside corner, and that's called a strike.
Well, he got away with a mistake right there. A curveball that backed up a little bit, stayed high in the zone. You won't want to throw that one again.
Got him swinging. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
And now it's Dansby Swanson. Headed towards the corner. And that's a foul ball. Swinging a foul straight back. Suzuki at first, one gone. On the ground right side, 4, 6, and that's all they'll get.
Tough play right there. Didn't really have enough time to set his feet and make a strong, accurate throw. Had to rush it, but he got it off, and he got it there in time to get that out at second base.
Next to hit, Michael Busch. That clips the inside corner for a strike.
He's given up a couple of runs, but the pitch count really not as high as you would think. Might be able to get through this one under 25 pitches.
Two outs. That one inside. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Base knock right field. Lead runner around second. Coming home. The tag, and he's in there. It's 3-zip.
Really nice job of 2-strike hitting in that at bat. Nice line drive to pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
So runner at second, 2 down. Carson Kelly now at the plate. It's softly on the ground to third. Throw on to Santana. And that'll keep more runs from coming in. Inning over. 3 runs for them here, and they move ahead. Second inning coming up here at Wrigley. It's the Cubs 3 and the Guardians nothing. And we're back. Second inning set to go. Now here's Nolan Jones.
They're off to a great start, 3-run lead after their first inning, but so important to be airtight defensively. Don't give away extra outs and allow that other club to get back in this ball game.
Yeah, there's the strike.
A 3-0 lead is great, but you can't get too comfortable. Got to stay aggressive, keep attacking hitters, try to cruise through this ball game.
This to third, Shaw. Fires across the diamond. 1 out in the second. Now it's the second baseman, Angel Martinez. Martinez getting the start at second, 23 years old, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. That's to third, and that's just foul. 1 out, bases empty. This one in the air, right field. Suzuki on the move. Puts it away for the out. That's out number 2. 2 down, bases empty. Bo Naylor at the plate now. And Chris, his big strength is defense, but it is interesting in today's world of baseball compared to when you played. A good defensive catcher is considered differently.
Whatever you get offensively is a bonus, but he's got to put the fingers down. He's got to present pitches to the umpire. They're going to help his pitcher get more strikes.
I think the other component is putting down the finger that the pitcher wants to throw and being on the same page. And that's something that this guy does really well. Gets in sync with his pitchers. And that's way high. And the count even 1-1.
Boog, his preparation is off the charts. I was down in the clubhouse today trying to find him just to pick his brain a little bit. He's so buried in that video room. It's hard to get a chance to talk to him.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2. The 1-2. Chases the fastball up the ladder, struck him out. The Guardians go down in order. They trail in this one 3-0. We head to the bottom of the second. So up now for Chicago, Nico Hoerner. Chris, baseball today, so many strikeouts, and they are available to pitchers. But this is a guy that puts the bat on the ball and is kind of different from the players that we see day in, day out.
Yeah, his swing is so good. It's in the zone a long time. He gets the barrel to it a lot, and that produces more base hits.
That one hit to right. Jones makes the grab, 1 away.
Batting up, the third baseman,
Matt Shaw digs in now. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike.
Filling up the strike zone hasn't been the problem so far. It's the quality of the strikes. That's been the real issue. And you look at the first inning, that's what we saw. Too many pitches out over the plate.
Woody Keller making the calls behind home for us today.
And Boog, something to keep an eye on is how pitchers utilize the top part of the strike zone. We see a lot more of that in today's game with pitchers going up there with hard stuff. Keller, definitely an umpire that isn't afraid to call strikes up in that part of the strike zone.
Throw on to Santana. 2 away. How much were you aware of the umpire scouting report, or even who was going to be umpiring?
Not a whole lot. I mean, there were a couple of umpires that weren't real good, but outside of that, you just kind of went into the game, especially back when I was playing.
Happ in the box here lets that one go for a ball. As the game has moved along, we see more and more information supplied by teams about the umpires. I've been in clubhouses where they have pictures of all four guys, nicknames, hometowns, and as well hobbies listed, just so you can kind of small talk the umpire a little bit.
That's great.
In the air, left field. No trouble here, puts it away for the out. And that's the inning. On the north side of Chicago, John Sciambi and Chris Singleton on to the third inning. Here's Brian Rocchio. Boyd back to work. Fastball in for a strike. It's 0-1.
Well, the key to his success is getting ahead early in the count. He cannot afford to go deep in the counts. Doesn't have a ton of swing and miss stuff, so he's going to have to work efficiently.
That's a strike.
0-2.
And a foul ball, he stays alive. Foul ball, it stays 0-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Just missed. The 1-2. Out to center. Crow Armstrong should have it. And there's one down.
Up next for Cleveland, the left fielder, Steven.
So the lineup flips over. And here is Stephen Kwan. 1 for 1 with a single so far. One down, base is empty. Line drive. That's a base hit.
The bat, number 6, designated hitter, David.
Man at first with one gone. Stepping up for the Guardians, David Fry. He's 0 for 1. Foul ball. Swing and a miss. Looked off balance that time.
Man, that was pretty gross right there.
Got him. He's notched 4 strikeouts now. Here's Jose Ramirez. He's kind of an outlier, especially when guys are consciously sacrificing contact to deliver power.
Now, this guy is just filling up the strike zone right now. Don't want to get yourself in an 0-2 hole. You better be ready to pull the trigger on the first pitch.
There's the strike.
And a bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
Up the middle. They take the force out. That's the third out. One hit, one left. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the Cubs 3 and the Guardians nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the inning. Here's Kyle Tucker. Tucker, who's been an all-star and a Gold Glover. And that's in for a strike. 0-1.
You know, these Cubs doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. And here's a stat for you, Boog. They're making contact with more than 85% of the pitches that they're swinging at. It's pretty special stuff. Not so good if you're out there on the mound.
Just misses with that one.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
On the ground, right side. Slings to first. Out. 1 up, 1 down.
Now batting, right fielder,
Seiya Suzuki, the next Cub to hit. And he's already singled in this game. Strike 1.
He must have been looking for something else because he gave up on that pitch a little early. It was right down Main Street. Probably not going to see a better pitch to hit in this at bat.
That one down the line. Santana takes it to the bag, and 2 straight set down to begin the bottom of the 3rd. 2 outs, base is empty. And the batter now, Pete Crow Armstrong. That one's in there. That's strike 1.
0-1.
2 outs, base is empty. Just off the inside edge.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. With that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Next offering is in for a strike.
2 strikes to a guy who's already 0 for 1 with the punch out. The only guy in the lineup with that strikeout. But you can't get too relaxed. You still got to make good pitches to get him out.
See ya. Strikes him out for the 2nd time today. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. But they lead it 3-0. Back here at Wrigley Field, and now the first baseman, Carlos Santana.
Not a lot of people know this, but this isn't the only Wrigley Field in MLB history. You know, when the league expanded and added the Los Angeles Angels in 1961, they played their first season at a stadium in L.A. called Wrigley Field, which had been the home of the minor league team of the same name.
Kelly makes the grab, 1 down.
The center fielder, number 8, Lane.
Here's Lane Thomas. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. Just missed. Base is empty, 1 away. Top half of inning number 4. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Nolan Jones digs in for the Guardians. Grounded out his first time up. That one finds the zone. That's strike 1.
No balls, 1 strike.
Runner on the go. Pitching for a strike. Throw. Save. Chris, his wheels were the difference maker on that play. Just got in there.
Yeah, with StatCast's help, we see his top speed on this stolen base, and that's a big number. I mean, man, he really made his athleticism work for him on that one.
Swing and a ball popped in the air. Dunks one into left. Coming home. He'll score easily. And it's an RBI single. It's 3-1.
Well, that was a great job of letting that runner steal second base, get in the scoring position, come through with the base knock. You add a run.
Angel Martinez digs in for the Guardians. Flied to right his first time. That one the other way. Suzuki hauls it in, and there's 2 away. And now, Bo Naylor struck out swinging his first time. Runner takes off. Strike in there. Throw, save.
Well, we all know this team is struggling right now, and sometimes you just got to do something different to generate some offense. A little more aggressive right there to put the pressure on the opponent. We'll see if it pays off on the scoreboard for this team.
Jones on at second with 2 down. On the ground to third. In time to Bush. They limit the damage here. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Dansby Swanson stands in. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. That clips the corner.
Yeah, we go beyond just the fielding percentage and what it looks like, but the ability to have a range and close holes that are normally there against an average defender. But this guy is special, and you can see it in his first step quickness.
Next offering misses. Ball 1.
Boog, and the one thing about that is speed never goes in a slump, and defense shouldn't either. Hitting wise, you can struggle, you can lose your mechanics, but the thing that you can do consistently every single game is play great defense if you're talented in that way, and this is what this guy does.
Now batting, first baseman,
Michael Bush, the next to hit, doubled his first time. Ball 1, no strikes.
1 ball, no strikes.
On the inside corner for a strike. And now 2-1.
Looks like he's being a little cautious with him in this at bat after doubling the first time up. Doesn't want to make another mistake.
Close one, doesn't get the call. And that's ball 3.
3-1 count, saying to himself, I've got to get a fastball here. Just spins.
Three-2 now. Swing and a ground ball. The throw to first. Out. So they get the out after a long battle at the plate.
Now batting, the catcher, Carson Kelly.
2 down, bases empty. And now the batter is Carson Kelly. 0 for 1 so far. And the first pitch misses for ball one.
1-0.
2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. Next offering is in for a strike. Outside with a breaking ball. And there's a ball.
1 strike.
Two down, nobody on. Right through there for a strike.
Full count.
Swings here and drives one well left field. Way back, and you can forget it. And they tack one on the board. It's 4-1.
The count was full, but he was ready to swing it. The cutter up and in can be such a tough pitch for the hitters. You have to keep your hands above the baseball, and that's exactly what he did. He caught it out front and drove it out of here.
So 2 down, and next for the Cubs, Nico Horner. That one finds the zone. Strike one. Ball one there.
That's a really good job of laying off the 0-2 high fastball. Is going to make that pitcher really have to respect this hitter, even though he's behind in the count.
2 outs. High fly ball lifted in the air right field. Brings it in for the 3rd out. But the solo shot stretches their lead even further. It's now a 4-1 ball game. Back after this on the show. Here at Wrigley Field, now it's the shortstop, Brian Rocchio. And a strike in there.
You know, these Guardians, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. They've hit 7 line drives already, and even though some of them have been for outs, there's nothing wrong with delivering consistent, hard contact. That's almost always going to lead to positive results.
And down on strikes he goes. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound.
Well, just a beautiful fastball on the inside corner for that backwards K right there. I think the hitter saw it all the way coming from that opposite arm angle. So I got to think he was looking away and just got locked up by the hard stuff boring in on his hands.
So the Guardians lineup turns over. Here's the Cleveland leadoff hitter, Stephen Kwan. He's 2 for 2. Late on that fastball.
0-1.
Well, on the mound, very efficient, able to produce an outcome, it seems like, within the 3rd or 4th pitch of just about every at bat.
The Guardians trailing by 3, and we're at the top of the 5th. There's a strike.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
1 down, base is empty. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. David Fry getting ready to hit. Fry measures 6 feet even, 29 years old, and he was drafted in the 7th round back in 2018. into center and a base hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
So up next, Jose Ramirez, 1 for 2. And first offering is fouled off. Swing and a pop-up foul at a play off to the right side. That'll find the stands. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Here's the 0-2.
Ball.
In the dirt, but kept close. Ripped on a line to center. Crow Armstrong makes the catch. And that is that. Guardians lead 1, and they trail it 4-1. Back now to start the bottom of the 5th, and taking over on the mound, Luis Ortiz. He's pitching on 2 days rest.
You could encounter the greats, or you could get shipped and counter the weight, but you counterfeit.
So digging in, Matt Shaw grounded out his first time. Splits the plate. Strike 1.
You know, these Cubs really impressing me with the quality of their at-bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in. So I'd say mission accomplished.
Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Went back to the slider, and it was a good idea.
Well, clearly just anxious right there, and understandably so. In an 0-2 count, you feel like you've got a lot of plate to cover, and you don't want to strike out, and you end up striking out. That's just one of those pitches where it's not over the plate, but because you committed to it as it was leaving his hand, by the time you realized it wasn't going to be in the zone, it's too late to hold up your swing.
Tosses to first, and a couple of quick outs. 2 outs, base is empty. So here's Kyle Tucker now. He's already homered here in this one.
Ball 1.
He really committed to that fastball up at the top of the zone. He knows that if he makes a mistake in the zone, it gets hit hard by a power guy like this. That's a nice miss right there.
Next pitch misses outside. Ball 2. In for a strike. Good slider. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Breaking ball misses down and away.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
2 down, nobody on. Fouls it back with 2 strikes.
A defensive swing right there. Some cheese on the inside part of the plate. But the hands are still stinging after that one.
And down on strikes. And the Cubs go 1-2-3. Cubs are down quietly as they hold on to a 4-1 lead. And we're back. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. So in now for Cleveland, Carlos Santana. Boyd back to work. That one's upstairs, ball one.
Well, it's been a very impressive outing so far. His command has been a big part of it. Even when he misses outside the strike zone, which is exactly what a pitcher wants.
No.
Swing and a miss.
2 balls, 1 strike.
And strike 2.
2-2.
Battling here as he fouls it away. In the air, out towards left center. He's there. He's got it. 1 down.
The center fielder, number
Lane Thomas will make his way to the plate. That's a strike across the top of the zone. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Slashed foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the seats. Gets a piece and stays alive. And the 0-2. That one out to right. Fair ball.
Up next for Cleveland.
One gone runner at first. Now it's the right fielder, Nolan Jones.
Picked up an RBI in his last at bat. Still their only run of the game so far.
That one finds the zone. 0-1. Thomas leads off first with 1 away. Here comes the pitch. There goes the runner from first. That's in for a strike. Throw to second. Ow!
That goes to show you stealing a base is a tough thing to do and far from a sure thing, even with big-time speed. It's not easy to catch him, but that was a great catch and throw. Quick, not rushed, and accurate.
Short hop liner, handled it short. Gathers and throws. Nicely done for the out. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. Heart of the order, 3, 4, 5 coming up. It's the Cubs 4 and the Guardians 1. Well, we go bottom 6. So up now for Chicago, Seiya Suzuki.
Oh, here's a fun fact for you, Boog. Suzuki is the first Japanese-born player to homer in 3 consecutive plate appearances in the majors. Feel free to use that note in your next Cubs broadcast, buddy. Not sure if he was expected for the pitcher to come right at him, but he got a nice cookie there and just watched it the entire way.
And it's fouled away. That misses the zone, and it's 1-2. Stays alive. Here's a 1-2. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
No, that slider down and away. It's just kind of a slow death. With 2 strikes, you're looking to protect, and halfway to the plate, you know you've committed, and you know you're going to have no chance of touching it. Tell you what, sometimes you just have to tip your cap.
Crow Armstrong into box again, takes a strike. On the ground. 2 up, 2 down.
That's an out.
Good slider inside right there. Batter fighting to get there, just rolled over it, got the ground ball.
Shortstop, Dansby.
And here comes Dansby Swanson. 0 for 2 in this one. And that's outside. Ball 1. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 6th. And that is in for a strike. And now it's even 1-1. There's a swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes. 2-2.
Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. He'll circle the bases. Home run number 15 on the year. And they tack on to their lead. It's 5-1. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit, spent on some other pitches in this at bat, was very patient, and it paid off.
Base is empty with 2 away. And up next for Chicago, Michael Busch. First pitch, and he just misses. Two outs. Ground ball up the middle. And that chance handled. Throws to first. Out. That ends the inning. Cubs tack on another with a solo jack. It's now a 5-1 ball game. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. New inning getting started, and now it's the switch hitting second baseman, Angel Martinez. Swing and a miss. And that is strike 1.
When a guy's throwing a lot of first pitch strikes as a hitter, you got to be ready to hit. Now, that's not going to help you get deep into his pitch count and into the bullpen, but you got to take what he's offering that day.
Boyd ready to fire now. Swing and a foul out of play. Foul ball, still 0-2.
Yeah, with 2 strikes here, you really want to miss outside the zone with that breaking ball.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
That's tough. You see it well. I mean, that was clearly up and out up to that pitch when a pitcher's got this kind of velocity.
Naylor,
Ball.
the next to hit, takes ball one. The Guardians down by 4 here in the top half of inning number 7. Next offering is in for a strike.
1-1.
Tonight, his slider has been really impressive. I mean, tight spin. Seems like the hitters aren't picking it up out of the hand.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Swings and misses. Strikeout number 8.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of the zone right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
Rocchio in the box now. No balls and a strike.
0-1.
I really like how he's been attacking hitters early in at bats. He's thrown strikes on the first pitch to over 70% of the guys he's faced in this one.
And a foul ball.
Changing speeds has this lineup completely off balance in this one. We've seen a lot of mistimed swings, and it's been a challenge for these hitters to get their rhythm right.
2 down, nobody on. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Two outs. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Impeccable command in that one. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. That's electric stuff out there on the mound.
Your time is up, this your third out. Plus we got hitters on deck, bet you word now. We gon' pull up, jump out. About to get on your bumper. Shorty that's with me gon' shoot like a jumper. Rounds get the rain and go boom like a thunder. One got your name on it, calling your number. So stay in the house for like all of the summer.
Back here at the friendly confines, set for the last half of the 7th. And now Carson Kelly.
I ain't got a whole lot to say though. Keep coming out in the flip like
Fastball for a strike. And a big swing and a miss.
Well, you got the hitter
No ball,
already
2
chasing
strikes.
that nasty slider. If you're on the mound, you just want to expand the zone right now. Get a swing and miss and get through this at bat.
Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Gets to it onto first. Got him. 1 away on the strikeout.
The batter, number 2.
Nico Horner will come up to hit. And that's through there for a strike. And it's 0-1. Just missed. And there's a strike on the outside corner. And it's 1-2. The other way. He's got it. There's 2 away.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Look out! And it hit him.
The left fielder.
In half up to hit. 1 for 3. That one finds the zone. That's strike 1. Half lays off. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Lead runner touches second, headed for third. Coming home. He'll score.
Well done. Drives in the run. Just a very nice approach and swing right there to use the big part of the field. Everything was on time. He stayed balanced through the entire swing and just launched that one into center.
And now the DH, Kyle Tucker. And it was a homer back in the first inning that got his day started at the plate.
Yeah, Boog, a 2-run blast, and that swing will give him confidence the rest of the way.
That one missing inside.
1-0.
Good pitch to hit on a tee up in the zone. I think he was looking for something else right there.
Smoke to right center, and this one's gonna go out of here. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they add a couple more. It's 8-1.
Now he's just showing off out there, and who could blame him with a swing like that? Give that man a bat, watch it go a long way. Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
Manager out of the dugout now, and he will make a move to dip into the Guardians bullpen. Luis Ortiz departs, and as he heads for the dugout, we'll take a quick break. New arm on the mound when we get back. So Cleveland brings on a new reliever, Cade Smith.
Well, he's been a really tough guy to take deep this season. You usually have to string some hits together in order to get to him.
So 2 away with nobody on. Next to hit, Seiya Suzuki. First pitch misses. And another ball.
2-0 to count.
2 gone, base is empty, but 3 runs across here, the bottom of the 7th. Pitch is in for a strike. Now 2-1. Fastball for a strike. And that one lifted in the air center field. And that is that. But they strike for 3 in the inning. 2 on this 2-run home run. Still a lopsided affair at 8-1 now. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show.
See, every time you see me, I got something new.
Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Ryan Presley.
And compared to a lot of other relievers, strikeouts have not been a big weapon for him this year, so the defense should be active.
So back to the top of the order. Stepping up for the Guardians, Stephen Kwan.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
Line to left. Hath calls it in, and there's one away.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
Next for the Guardians is the designated hitter, David Fry. Presley measures 6 feet 2 inches, 205 pounds, and they traded for him earlier this year. Pitch misses inside, 1-0. One down, base is empty. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top of the 8th. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. And a ball and 2 strikes. Good job to fight that one off.
5 foul balls in a row. I have no idea what that feels like, but you got to love this battle. Just wondering who's going to blink first.
Cut on and miss, struck him out. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. Now a chance for Jose Ramirez. And that gets the top of the zone for a strike.
Well, as good as things can be, it can be a tough day at the office, even for the skippers. Seeing the offense just sputter, not able to get anything going.
2 down, nobody on. He swings and fouls one off.
A little tardy on that fastball. Is going to have to get it going a little quicker. Get that front foot down.
Two outs. Swing and a miss. There's the changeup. Chases the changeup in the dirt. In time. So the drop third strike doesn't hurt him, and that's that. This one pretty well decided at this point. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. It's the Cubs 8 and the Guardians 1. It's a bit of a blowout now, which gives us a bit more freedom here in the booth.
I'm not sure that's a good thing.
All right, Singy, you've tightened up the hairdo, but back when you played, how valuable was it to have a barber in the clubhouse?
Well, Boog, I'm going to say invaluable. that's how valuable that it was, because I was the barber. Yes, I was the team barber. Man, I'd be cutting hair 7:05 game. I'd be finishing cutting someone's hair at 6:45.
Whoa.
And I'd ask these guys, you're making millions of dollars. Why can't you go to a stylist and get your hair done? You're coming to the clubhouse pressuring me to cut your hair before a game.
Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. Makes the catch for the out.
Yeah, that's a tough play for the infielder, ranging back into the outfield. There's part of him that's saying, hey, where are you at, outfielder?
Swanson digs in. He's already homered in this game.
Swanson, former first-round pick by the Arizona Diamondbacks. Vanderbilt player in college, College World Series player, all that good stuff, but really coming into his own.
Pitch misses there, and that's ball one. Would they pay you?
No, absolutely not. Not even a meal on the road. So I think it's great now that most of these teams have professional barbers that come in and make them look fresh before the games.
Scale of 1 to 10, how good a barber were you?
For a non-professional, I'd say I was probably a 7. But if I was comparing to professionals, I'd be like a 3.
Next offering in there for a strike. 2-2 now.
I'll never forget the time that I cut Jose Canseco's hair. He had a pretty big melon boog. And
big dome?
It took a while.
Yeah.
There's a little pressure there, too, because he had a big date that night, and he wanted me to make sure that everything looked good.
Wow.
Yeah. He's a big guy, too. I didn't want him to hurt me.
Yeah, he's large. The 2-2. Fly ball to right. Dives, and he can't hang on. So a man aboard now with one away.
The first baseman,
Michael Busch, the next Cub to hit. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Sneaks through, base hit. And now 2 aboard. And the throw's offline, safe at third.
now batting, catcher
Carson Kelly, the next Cub to hit. Fastball for a strike. Swanson at third. Busch over at first with one away. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled. Smith, he's kind of a prototypical bullpen arm in today's game. Electric stuff that results in a ton of strikeouts in a tough spot like this. That is a big time benefit. And ball one.
As a hitter, when a guy like this comes into the game, you feel like he's standing on top of you, and it's just attack mode coming right at you.
Grounder might be 2. To second, there's one. Double play. What a twin killing to end the inning. So it's no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left. 9th inning coming up. It's the Cubs 8 and the Guardians 1. We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Ryan Brazier.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Now the 4-hole hitter for the Guardians, Carlos Santana. One of the rare guys at first base that you almost think defense first. He is that good with the glove. You're talking about top of the list, elite defensive first baseman. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
First basemen are involved in just about every single play, so when you have somebody so solid over there, you can breathe a little easier. The other thing about an elite defensive first baseman like him, it just instills a ton of confidence in those guys playing third and short that have to make those long, tough throws at times, and he just handles them so well. So he really makes the entire infield better with his glove.
You're not just talking about the ability to pick, Chris. One of the things about him, the range is impressive as he's able to go to his right and get to those balls in the hole. Swung on, belted. That's back. And that one is off the wall. Into second easily with a leadoff double.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
So, man aboard. Here's the center fielder, Lane Thomas. Check swing, and he went. That's strike one.
No ball. One strike.
Man at second. There's the strike up high. 0-2.
Well, it looks like he's wanting to work the upper part of the strike zone. What does that mean? Top hand better be working for the hitters. Adjust that side a little bit. Give yourself a chance to hit.
Two now, and a foul ball. He stays alive. Goes down looking.
Well, it's a nice job with the cutter right there. He didn't exactly catch the corner of the zone, but that's one of those where the late movement probably fooled the umpire a little bit. Those guys do not have an easy job. I thought it was a good take overall, and, you know, it's one of those things where you leave it in the umpire's hands. You just don't know what the answer is going to be, and that time he lost.
Nolan Jones will hit next. Breaking ball through there for a strike. Runner at second here, one gone. And fires in a fastball at 95.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Swing and a ball lifted left field. Hat makes a nice running catch.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
So they're down to their final out. Now it's going to be Angel Martinez. 0 for 3 in this one. That one missed. Runner at second, 2 down. Here at the top of the ninth.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Frazier is just 1 strike away. Got him, and that's the ball game.
Clearly the bats came to play today, and the pitching and defense as well. We saw some outstanding plays, great performances all the way around. Just one run allowed. They never gave the other side a chance.
And this one finishes with a final of 8-1. The Cubs go home a winner. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.
Raising my price, I'm grateful as ever, cause it took a village. Yeah, I'm saying